Over 10,000 Shopify brands have built their online store with my software company, and I analyzed what the best structure is for high converting product pages. Disclaimer, we do not misuse any data from our customers. What I discovered is the ultimate product page structure. And by the end of this video, you will walk away with over 35 best practices you need to implement for a higher conversion rate. The perfect product page contains 7 different parts. And in this video, I'll show you why and what to include in each part with real life examples. So let's get into it. The first part is the product showcase, and this section is where users eventually make their purchase decision. So it needs to be clear, it needs to be visually engaging, and it should be persuasive. There are a couple of UI and UX best practices, 8 to be specific, so let's go over all of them. Best practice number 1, a clear high contrast CTA. Make it stand out with a bold color. And as you can see in this example, they do this perfectly. The blue add to cart button stands out with a bold color, and this is something you always want to do. Let's go to best practice number 2, which is image thumbnails or chevrons. So image thumbnails should be below the image because they allow for quick and easy browsing. And if you don't have thumbnails, you can add chevrons to the side of the main image so you can also easily navigate all the images. A bonus if you combine both. And this is a great example here from Rich. They have nice image thumbnails down below, and this enables the user to easily discover the product and really figure out what this product is like. Let's go to best practice number 3, which is high quality product imagery. And this might sound obvious, but it's actually not. So you need to use multiple angles, also include lifestyle shots, zoom functionality, and preferably even videos, or if it makes sense, a 360 view, for example, if you sell a watch or other jewelry. Something you really need to keep in mind is the lifestyle shots, because you always want to showcase your products in context. So if you sell a bag, don't only include the studio shots, but also include actual lifestyle footage where someone uses your bag, or any product that you sell. Make sure to include these shots because it really allows the visitor or your potential customer to envision what this product looks like, from how to use it to the sizes and more. Best practice number 4 is price, discounts, and urgency. So you always want to include a few of these best practices. So if you have a discount, always showcase the original price, the discounted price, and then the amount of discount. You can also add more triggers like only 3 left or low in stock. Just a few best practices to increase the urgency to buy your product. And this again is a perfect example. They have this discount, they show the discounted amount, 20%, the original price, and the discounted price. Now, best practice number 5, variant selection with buttons and not drop-downs. When it comes to the variants of your products, you don't want to showcase them with a drop-down. First of all, it's not really clear what type of product options you have, so a user might switch to a different page to discover it. However, if you make it clear with buttons, you don't have that problem. So if you have multiple colors or different sizes, as you can see right here, always showcase them with buttons or swatches and not with a drop-down. Then for best practice number 6, trust signals and guarantees. So these eventually reinforce credibility with, for example, a money-back guarantee badge, free shipping, and this example is again perfect. They have a lifetime warranty, content icon, easy returns and exchanges, free shipping, buy now, pay later. And all of these things answer questions a customer might have about your product. And if you leave them unanswered, they might not buy from you. Now, best practice number 7, star ratings near the CTA, or at least somewhere on the product showcase, and display an average rating. So if you have a lot of reviews, list the total number of reviews and then the average rating you got. Don't fake it, be real, because you need to build trust. So this is a great example. This cookware set has a lot of reviews, over 47,000, and with an average star rating of 4.7. And just showcasing this in a small way really builds trust for your product and your brand. Then, last but not least, best practice number 8 for the product showcase, and that is a mobile optimized layout. So on mobile, ensure all elements are touch friendly with easy scrolling, not tiny text elements, and also add a sticky CTA, meaning when you scroll down on the page, there's always a CTA in view on mobile. Now let's go to the second part of this page. So we have the product showcase first, and then underneath is the benefits and specifications part. So why this is important is that clarity in benefits leads to fewer returns and more confident purchases. And what's also important is that you're not afraid to repeat yourself. So sometimes in the product showcase, you already in your product description, you highlight some benefits and stuff, but many users scan pages rather than read full descriptions. So you can repeat yourself. Don't be afraid of it. So there are a couple of best practices that you need to implement for a higher conversion rate. Best practice number 1 is clear benefit-driven copy. So instead of saying made with high quality foam, which is nice, but say ultra soft foam for all day comfort. Like you really need to focus on the benefits of the product and how the product will add value to your customer's life, and don't focus on just your features. No one is interested in features. Everyone is interested in value and benefits. So this is a great example. The ultimate travel companion, the perfect dual purpose bag, secret pocket, perfect for storing, perfect for quick getaways, all really nice benefits and easily displayed with an image as well. Then best practice number 2 is use plain language and no jargon. So the goal should be to lead with clarity and don't try to confuse or sound too fancy. Best practice number 3 is show, don't just tell. So instead of listing waterproof, or in this case, non-stick, include an image or a video to showcase this actual message. So showcase the benefits that you're portraying with images that really add something to that text. And this is a great example. Naturally non-stick. What do we see? Exactly that. And non-toxic cooking. And you see someone cooking. Now let's go to best practice number 4. And that is trust reinforcement. So badges like FDA approved, vegan certified, made in the USA. It doesn't matter. If you have anything that can reinforce trust, list them. So right here, they have lifetime durability, RFID blocking, and these are just great trust signals on the quality of the product. Now let's go to the third section, which is highlighted reviews. This is important because authentic customer experiences enhance trust and drive conversion. And shoppers trust real customers so much more than brand marketing. And highlighted reviews also help answer objections and reduce uncertainty with reviews. So the first best practice right here is prioritize visual reviews. So UGC first. You can display photo and video reviews, and it's just important that you showcase real customer images because these build trust faster. So a Baymart Institute research showcased that 34% of e-commerce sites don't allow users to upload an image along with their review. And this leads to less interesting and less engaging reviews overall. So if you are working with a review provider, be sure that a customer can actually also upload an image or video with their review, because with it you can create very nice highlighted reviews with actual customer imagery or videos. These are two great examples. The first one with the actual image of this person, and the second one highlights a couple of Instagram photos where they got tagged. Again, showcasing real life examples from real customers. Best practice number 2 is strategic reviews. So feature reviews where customers, for example, compare a product of a competitor to your product, or where they talk about common objections or questions around your product. So you really want to be strategic with the customer reviews that you highlight. This is the third section on your product page, so a lot of people will see it, so really think about it. Best practice number 3 is have a see all reviews button at the bottom of this third section, which will lead you down to the page, which we will discuss later, because it is important to list more reviews than only your highlighted reviews. Then we have the comparison table, and this will help customers make a confident decision by you showcasing how the product stacks up against alternatives. So a lot of times customers will go to different sites and do their own research and research competitors to see how the products compare. But if you can already do their job for them, it will be a lot easier to convert them. So that's the power of the comparison table. And a clear table removes also decision fatigue and prevents them from leaving to check the competitors. So best practice number 1 regarding the comparison table is highlight key differences and use check marks and bold text to showcase advantages. You don't want a lot of content in here. It just needs to be clear and it needs to be scannable. And this is a great example from Judy. Clear check marks, clear text, all very, very clear. Best practice number 2 is simple scannable layout. I already mentioned this, but you want to really avoid overwhelming users with too many details. Just really think about the main things you want to highlight in this comparison table and clearly in a nice visual way, as in this example, showcase the benefits and the differences. Best practice number 3 is focus on pain points and show why your product is superior in, for example, durability or performance, etc. So if you list some of these things, also try to focus on actual pain points and how you solve them better with your product than a competitor. For example, right here, non-toxic, non-stick, easy to clean, heat conductivity, like these are just all great like sort of problems you think about when you're buying a pen, like is it non-stick, is it non-toxic? And if you already answer them in this comparison table, it will only help with conversion. Then best practice number 4, if allowed, add competitor logos. These just help to establish direct comparisons and also avoid decision fatigue. Then best practice number 5 is again mobile optimization. And important with the comparison table is when you compare a lot of brands next to each other, it can be quite wide on mobile. So ensure that horizontal scrolling is possible on mobile so they can swipe through it. And then the section underneath, section number 5, is related product. And this is important because it encourages upsells and can increase your average order value. And 35% of Amazon's revenue actually comes from recommended products. So this is a big thing. And in addition, it keeps users engaged instead of leaving after checking one product, because they can discover more products. And maybe they click on one product from your homepage or your ad, but then they see another product that they're actually more interested in. So best practice number 1 is show, of course, relevant upsells and display complementary or premium versions of the product. And this sounds obvious, but we see this mistake a lot, is that the related products are not so related to the product you're actually checking out. So really think about what products make sense to display right here. And best practice number 2 is to also have the image and the price in the preview. So this is a great example. They have the product variants listed clearly, so you can already select the different colors from this section, and you can also see the price. So this makes it easy to assess related products without leaving the current page you're on. Then number 6 is the FAQ. So right here, you want to earn people's trust. And trust is earned by answering all of the questions a customer might have about your product. And you remove purchase barriers, you reduce customer support inquiries because you already answer certain questions. And it also boosts conversion because you resolve uncertainty. And when there's uncertainty, there are no conversions. So keep that in mind. Best practice number 1 for the FAQ section is a accordion dropdown. So list the FAQs, the questions and the answers, in a drop down and keep the section compact while making answers easily accessible. And this is just a great example on how to include FAQs, answer questions in an easy way, but also don't overwhelm customers. You don't want to list 20 questions right here. I would say around 5 should cover everything. Then best practice number 2 is prioritize common questions. So focus on shipping, returns, sizes, materials. And again, right here, don't be afraid to repeat yourself. You could have mentioned it in your product showcase, in the benefits, but list it down again right here, because most people scan pages and they don't read anything. So don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Best practice number 3, again, if possible, address competitor concerns. So if customers frequently ask how it compares, answer it right here. Then best practice number 4 is add a direct contact link. So if you provide live chat support or anything else, email support, you can list a link right here that leads them to be able to ask questions. Last but not least is number 7, all reviews. And this is where you want to highlight all of the reviews at the bottom of the page. So the first best practice for all reviews is sort and filter options. So allow for sorting by most recent or highest lowest rating, and for example, images only. So you can see images only right here, and you can filter on anything you want. And this is something that's really, really important, because you don't want customers to spend hours searching for the information they're actually looking for. You want to make it easy. Now, best practice number 2 is highlight top reviews. So pin the most helpful reviews or upvoted reviews at the top, as you can see right here. So if you have filters, make sure that top reviews is the default filter. Now, best practice number 3 is responses from the store or your brand. So if there is a somewhat negative review, please answer that review and start the dialogue, because this, again, although it's a lower review, if you answer this in a nice way and in a clear way as a brand, it actually builds trust. So always answer somewhat negative reviews. Best practice number 4 is AI-powered summary. So you can summarize common themes on all your reviews with AI. And this is a great example right here from Gymshark. They have a section, what our community says, and it basically summarizes all the main themes from their reviews. So in a very quick way, and also in an authentic and real way, you can get a sense of the reviews of this product. So the value, the sizing, the quality, comfort, length, and more. And that's it for this video. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this video brought you value and you have new ideas and things you want to implement to increase your conversion rate. And what I also want to mention is that you don't have to build all of these things from scratch. Every single thing that we discussed, you can build with Instant, which is my software company. And you can build it without code and in a matter of minutes. So if you're serious about scaling your brand and increasing your conversion rates, check out Instant in the link in the description. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.